All right, gentlemen, we're going over your instructions backstage. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
Brock Lesnar. Frank Mir. UFC heavyweight title fight.
You ready? Let's do it.
First round brought to you by America Sports Daily, USAtoday.com.
Mike, first thing I'm noticing is Frank Mir's left leg is very, very taped up. His knee, all up his knee is taped up. Now, I don't know if that's because he's injured or because he wants friction if he grabs a hold of something in a guard and he wants Brock Lesnar to not be able to slip out.
Deep breath, relax.
Knee by Frank, and they go to the ground.
Wow, Brock's gonna let him up. 106-5 as a collegiate wrestler.
Good left hook by Mir. They got a knee by Mir.
He caught him with the knee.
Oh, and tucked up a flying knee, a la Uriah Faber.
But now Brock's on top again. Joe, I'm astounded that Brock stood back up. The question is, can he protect himself long enough to finally turn this fight in his favor and change the momentum?
Frank is getting beat up here. He's taking some big shots and his face is splattering blood all over his shoulder. Did the power shots of Brock Lesnar. He's got so much power in those fists, Mike.
Up against the
Frank's in big trouble. That's it.
Trying to finish it.
That's it.
Hogan is there. And it is all over.
He's out.
Brock Lesnar is the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion.
Wow.
That's not going to win him any fans.
That was real.
He cares.
I don't think he cares at all. That was
said
some
to
real
Frank,
emotion.
he said, talk all the shit you want now. Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
And here you see this just big, powerful fist come down on Frank Mir's face. Frank is pressed up against the cage, and as soon as he turned over, referee Herb Dean gave him plenty of chances, but he realized that Frank wasn't getting up.
Total
Just
domination.
The power of Brock Lesnar in these punches, and again, Frank just stuck there, pinned up against the cage, unable to move.
Brock Lesnar, who grew up on a struggling dairy farm. 15 months since the first fight, avenges his loss to Frank Mir. And tonight he will leave the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion, Bruce Buffer, with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 48 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar.
Champ Brock Lesnar. First of all, Brock, congratulations. You got your revenge. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
I love it. Keep going. Keep going. I love it, man.
You were very worked up even after the fight, even after you beat Frank Mir down. You still were upset and you got in his face. Tell us why you're still upset.
Frank Mir had a horseshoe up his ass. I told him that a year ago. I pulled that sumbitch out and I beat him over the head with it. Woo!
All right, now you don't like promoting fights very much. You don't like talking trash. You just like going in there and getting the job done. You did it. You got it done tonight. You've only had 5 MMA fights ever, and you've already avenged your 1 loss. Give us your thoughts about your future and what you expect next as a challenge to your title.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna go home tonight. I'm gonna drink a Coors Light. That's a Coors Light because Bud Light won't pay me nothing. I'm gonna sit down with my friends and family, and hell, I might even get on top of my wife tonight. See y'all later.
Brock Lesnar, ladies and gentlemen.
Frank Mir.
All right, I'm here with Frank. Frank, obviously upset and disappointed. Give us your thoughts on the fight. It seemed like he hit you with some big shots when he had your head trapped early in the first round. How much of an effect did that have on you coming into the second?
He did a good job. He neutralized the stand-up. I got against the cage, made a dumb mistake, let a guy that big and strong catch my wrist, and I guess I got still more stuff to work on.
What was the game plan coming into this fight tonight? Did you try to catch him on the ground? Did you want to stand with him? What was the strategy?
Take him more on his feet, try not to fight from the ground, knowing that his size and wrestling ability would help him out, which I guess I was right about.
Yeah, well, you know what? Look, Frank, you got in tremendous shape for this fight. You know, you got in tremendous shape for the Nogueira fight. I hope you continue the same discipline that you've shown to get here, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, still pretty young. I'll come back.
Frank Mir, ladies and gentlemen, and don't go anywhere because we still got one more fight. John Fitch and Paulo Thiago's coming up next.
Classy in defeat, the former champion Frank Mir. Brock Lesnar with a big smile on his face, his beautiful bride Sable. And whatever he does tonight, nobody's going to be able to argue because he dominated and defended his title here tonight at historic UFC 100, presented by Bud Light.
I'm just kind of speechless. You know, I put my heart and soul in this. I want to be a great fighter, and at the end, I want to be a great entertainer. I don't care. You know, people pay good money to watch us get in there and go at it. I throw a little salt and pepper on the end, and love me, hate me, whatever. But it is what it is. I am who I am, and I'm happy. I'm very happy. UFC 100. It's an honor to be a part of this show. You know, I know Frank trained his butt off. I trained my butt off. But I knew deep down inside that first fight that we had, you know how you just feel something. I felt like I gave him that fight, and I think he knew it. I could see it in his eyes at the beginning of the bout that he was way more nervous than I was, you know? He hit me with a knee. I ain't lying. I saw Tweety Bird for a second, but that was all. Maybe a half a second. I took him down. I knew from the first round that I was smothering him on the bottom. He couldn't handle it. I had him in positions that my guys that I train with get out of, you know? And I was holding him in that position. My guys get out of it. And I held him there the whole period. People paid a lot of money to get in those seats, and I think I put on a hell of a show all the way around as a fighter and as an entertainer. He came after me. I turned around, he was in my face, and I said, "That's what you get for running your mouth." So I don't know what I turned around, he was there right there. I don't know if he was coming over. I don't think honestly, he knew where he was. So, you know, I tip my hat to Frank. In the end, you're looking at the right champion.